Hello, young friend. Today, we are going to talk about something that many consider a weakness, but which is actually one of the greatest strengths a human being can have. Love. Yes, love. A word that, for some, evokes feelings of tenderness and happiness, and for others, fear and vulnerability. But believe me, young man, love is much more than a passing feeling. It is the force that drives life, that connects us to each other, that gives us hope in the midst of darkness. It is difficult to talk about this in a place like Gotham, where darkness seems to prevail, violence, corruption, hopelessness. All of this tries to smother the flame of love. But even here, in the midst of chaos, love finds ways to flourish. It manifests itself in the bonds of friendship, in compassion for those in need, in the fight for justice. Proof of this are the figures who are always willing to fight against crime and evil on these streets. Jim Gordon is an example, and it is through love that many come back from the wrong paths and regenerate, like Catwoman. I know you may be thinking, what does Batman know about love? After all, I am known for my armor, for my coldness, for my relentless determination. But believe me, young man, love has shaped my life in ways you can't even imagine. The loss of my parents, a senseless act of violence, taught me about the fragility of life and the importance of valuing each moment. The pain I felt showed me how powerful love can be, both to heal and to destroy. But instead of letting myself be consumed by darkness, I chose to use that pain as fuel to fight for a better world. A world where no one else has to suffer what I suffered. And that fight, young man, is a form of love. Love for justice, love for humanity, love for hope. Love is not just about romance, about finding a partner to share your life with. It's about building meaningful bonds with the people around you, about cultivating true friendships, about being loyal to those you love. It's about forgiving those who have hurt you, about giving second chances, about believing in the capacity for redemption, because deep down, we are all fallible, we all make mistakes, and love gives us the opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better people. Love is also about having compassion for those in need, about reaching out to those who are suffering, about using your talents and resources to make a difference in the world. Because at the end of the day, we are all part of the same humanity, and what happens to one of us affects us all. And above all, love is about having hope, about believing in a better future, about never giving up fighting for justice and peace. Because even in the darkest moments, love can be the light that guides us, the strength that drives us, the hope that keeps us alive. Young man, I know the world can be a hard place, that life can be unfair and cruel, but don't let the darkness consume you. Don't let fear and anger stop you from loving. Embrace love in all its forms. Love your friends, your family, your community. Love yourself, imperfections and all. And love hope, the belief that a better future is possible. Because at the end of the day, love is the only thing that truly matters. It's the force that unites us, that gives us purpose, that makes us human. And it's the force that can save Gotham and the world. Remember, young man, you are not alone. I am here, along with so many others who believe in you. We are Gotham's hope, the light that shines in the darkness. And together, we can build a better future for everyone. Now, tell me, which path do you choose? What story do you want to write? Love, young man, is not just an abstract concept. It manifests itself in the small, everyday actions. When you help a stranger, when you stand up for someone who can't stand up for themselves, when you choose kindness even when cruelty would be easier. These are love in action. Gotham is a city that tests our faith in love every day. The streets are tough, the people are hurting, and many have given up on believing in anything better. But that's exactly why love is so necessary. When all seems lost, it's love that reminds us why we fight. Think of the Joker. He's the opposite of love. He believes in chaos, in disorder, in the idea that we're all just one bad day away from madness. But I know the truth, young man. The Joker is afraid of love. He's afraid that deep down, people can still choose kindness. And that's why he tries to destroy it. But love is resilient. It survives, even in the darkest circumstances. Think of Harvey Dent. He fell, yes, but before he became Two-Face, he was a man who believed in justice, who loved Gotham enough to risk everything for it. And even after his fall, part of him, and still fights against the darkness. Love is not perfection. It does not require us to be immune to pain or failure. It only asks us to keep trying. Have you ever felt that, young man? That moment when someone believes in you, even when you don't believe in yourself? That is love. When Alfred sees me at my worst and still reminds me of who I am, that is love. When Robin, even with all his rebelliousness, still chooses to fight by my side, that is love. What about you? Who are the people who remind you of the love in your life? Who are the ones who make you believe that it is worth continuing? Love is also courage. It is easy to hate. It is easy to give up. But love requires strength. It requires that you stand firm, even when the world seems to be falling apart. I have fought against murderers, criminals, monsters that defy logic. But the hardest battle I have ever faced was not against a villain. It was against the hatred within myself. Because after my parents died, hate was tempting. It was easier to blame the world, to blame Gotham, to blame everyone. But love saved me. Alfred's love. Love for the memory of my parents. Love for this city that, despite everything, still deserves to be saved. And now, I pass that lesson on to you. Because love is not just something you feel. It's something you choose every day. You can choose to love Gotham, even when it disappoints you. You can choose to love people, even when they hurt you. You can choose to love life, even when it's hard. And when you make that choice, something incredible happens. You become stronger. Because love doesn't make you weak, young man. It gives you a reason to fight. So I ask you again, which path do you choose? Do you choose love, even knowing it can